Well, once again, here I am back at the range with my Boberg. I was excited after reading the article in Shooting Illustrated. It was a review by Bob Owens about the Boberg, and he gave a pretty objective review. And, you know, he listed some of the issues that this version, the Onyx version, the all-black version, has, which I believe are mainly due to the coatings. So I'm hoping to get this wore in, and so I can become, you know, confident with it. Here's my targets. I got those set up at about 25 feet, I believe, is what it is to those columns where I have the strings set up. And these are your typical targets there. I think they're about 10 inches by 12 inches. So at that range, if I hit that paper, I'm feeling pretty good with that 3.5 inch barrel. And I've got some American Eagle, which is on their list. 124 grain there. This Cellier and Belleau, I don't think is highly recommended, but it's cheap, so I buy it. I haven't had any trouble with it, so I'm going to keep using it until I do have trouble. So here's the 7-round magazine, and it seems a little counterintuitive at first until you get used to it. I'm already used to loading it, and don't have any problems with that. At first I had to kind of get used to it, but I was actually trying to reproduce that problem, and I wasn't able to when I first racked the slide. Of course, I've got about 150, 200 rounds through mine, so I thought, well, I'll just rack it again to see if I can reproduce the problem, and I was able to, but I didn't. You know, the problem is you got to pull it back, you know, get that thing going good. So, and of course, on that second round, it's going to be the action. Obviously making that work, but I'm confident here after I get some rounds run through this thing, it'll work out fine. I had a little problem with the wind, but I thought, you know, it's a moving target, so I'll just go ahead and shoot it. I'm not quite used to the long trigger pull yet. It requires a little more concentration for me with that long trigger pull, that double action, but I'm getting used to it. But it's a fun little gun to shoot. The recoil is managed well through the design. I think I hit paper with every shot. Okay, that problem right there is you can't see it, but the magazine, somehow I'm hitting the magazine release button. And Arnie actually sent me a fix for that, and I haven't put it in yet. It's a new mag release button. Kind of funny, I shoot low to the right with this pistol, and I think I shoot a little bit low and left with my Glock, there's that problem where I keep hitting that mag release button. And I'm trying to change my grip so that won't happen. Okay, so I always do this. I always bring my Glock to build my confidence up before I leave the range, just because I'm a little more accurate. I had a few wild shots there, but able to get it back in the black here. That's my carry option, so I like to get a little practice in before I leave the range, and it helps me build my confidence. And you know, a Glock is just not going to have any issues with feeding, or it's just I don't think I've actually ever had a problem with my Glock, honestly. If you are interested in reading a pretty objective review of the Boberg XR9-S, there is one in the shootingillustrated.com website. There's an article here by this fellow Bob Owens, who apparently got a one from Artie Boberg to review, and it's pretty objective. And the reason I say that is because he describes the problems that some people have had with the Onyx version, which is this all black version. Arnie was telling me that, you know, they've had trouble with some of the coating thicknesses and some of the tolerances. That has been part of the problem, but after a wearing period, those seem to go away. So anyway, it's a pretty nice review. Like I said, he describes some of these problems, but he also, you know, looks at the gun objectively and talks about how well it carries in a holster or a pocket, in your pocket. One thing I wanted to address here is that he talks about how there's a problem sometimes when you rack the slide that the round won't go into the chamber. A lot of people will, you know, based on your safety training, they will take out the magazine and try to clear the round, and that's proper. But what I do is I'll take the magazine out and empty the magazine of any rounds, and then I'll put the magazine back in, and that spring, you know, from the magazine seems to help clear it. But I'm going to give this gun a chance. I really like its size. I like the concept. I like the engineering. I like just pretty much everything about it. I can't wait to get it worn in. Just to let you guys know that there's a nice article in Shooting Illustrated about the Boberg, and